If you're looking to get into the Pokemon trading card game, now is an amazing time to do so, especially with this updated Battle Academy set coming out real soon. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about this new Battle Academy. Actually, before we get started, I just quickly wanted to say thank you so much for your support. We have just reached 10,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel and still continuing to grow. And I cannot thank you enough for your support. Again, this channel's been around since 2010, and in 2021 we only had about 300 subscribers, and in the last couple of years, with the shift to focusing more on Pokemon TCG, the channel has absolutely exploded in popularity, and I thank you so much for your support. I'm so glad that you're enjoying the content, and we've got lots more to come. So thank you so much for your support. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, well, I don't know where it would be on your screen, please do so. And yeah, let's go get to the news. This latest Battle Academy looks awesome. Pokemon TCG Battle Academy is a standalone product designed to ease new players into the Pokemon TCG. If you've never played a TCG before and you're interested in trying out Pokemon, this is an amazing place to start. This is actually the third edition of the Battle Academy. I actually have the original one here, and this is what got me into the Pokemon trading card game. So I can vouch for at least this one. I'm pretty sure this new one's going to be very similar to the original one here with the Pikachu and the Charizard. And yeah, I can attest to at least the original being a fantastic product. This new version of it is going to come out on June 21st, 2024, and the MSRP is going to be $24.99 US. As I've noted here, this is the newest version of the Battle Academy. This one will feature EX Pokemon, which are currently the big high profile, big multi-prize Pokemon in the Pokemon TCG. We had one 2 years ago. That one featured Pokemon V, which were the premium cards in that Sword and Shield era. And then in the Sun and Moon era, we had the original Battle Academy, which featured GX cards. At this point, I would just hold off on buying the older Battle Academies and just wait for the new one. You don't need to have the previous versions of Battle Academy in order to play the new one. And the new one's going to have the new EX cards, which are great because if you plan on going beyond Battle Academy, you will be playing with modern cards and you don't have to worry about Vs and GXs and all that stuff, as the GXs are no longer in standard format and Vs are on the way out. So you can just start fresh with the 2024 box. Lots of stuff comes in the box, including 360 card decks featuring Pikachu EX, Darkrai EX, and Armarouge EX. And you're also getting a game board, which helps you lay out all the cards in the right spots, a rule book, 2 tutorial guides for 2 of the decks, 1 metallic coin, 1 set of damage counters, and a code card for Pokemon TCG Live. You actually get digital copies of these decks that you can put into your Pokemon TCG Live app so you can play them. These are not particularly competitive though, so unless you're playing against someone else also using a Battle Academy deck, you're probably gonna get smoked. That being said, this is a beginner-friendly product, and it is primarily meant to help you and a friend or family member learn how to play the game together. So for that purpose, these are totally fine. Here's a look at the contents of the box. We can see the EX cards prominently here with their deck boxes. Actually, interesting note here that Armarouge is flagged as player 1, Pikachu is player 2, and then we have the Darkrai as the advanced deck. We actually don't get a guide for the advanced deck. We just get one for Armarouge and Pikachu. I'm gonna guess they're probably not actually that advanced. I'm sure you will be fine without a guide for Darkrai. We get a look at the coin here. The board looks very similar to the original Battle Academy board. I'm gonna actually zoom in on my side. This might actually be the exact same board, which is totally fine. This one works just fine. And then the cardboard damage counters look basically the same as the original version as well. Again, don't worry about the old version. If you're looking to get into the game now, the new Battle Academy is definitely the way to go. We are getting some exclusive Pokemon EX in this set. They are the highlights of each of these decks. We do get the Pikachu EX here, and the Darkrai and the Armorogue or Armarouge. And I'm actually covering up the HP. It's 260 HP. The moves are, in the grand scheme of Battle Academy, just facing off against one another. These are fine, but you probably don't want to use these in actual competitive play because these are pretty bad in that context. But we can see with the Pikachu, it's got 1 attack for 2 lightning and a colorless, does 120 damage. Darkrai has 2 attacks, 1 for 40 damage and 1 for 110. And then the Armorogue is probably the best attacker here. It does 200 damage and you have to discard. Yeah, but you have to discard an energy. So there is a little bit of a downside, but it's probably not that big of a deal. The biggest difference between Armarouge and the other two is that Armarouge is an evolution Pokemon, so it takes a little more setup to get it rolling. But if you can get it rolling, it can hit really hard. There are some other cards exclusive to the Battle Academy as well. If you're a little more on the collector side, and I mean these cards aren't necessarily going to be expensive collector cards or anything like that, but if you like the idea of having cards that most people don't, or at least people who don't buy the Battle Academy, you will get these cards here, such as the Ampharos line here with the Mareep and the Flaffy and the Ampharos, as well as the King Gambit line. I actually really like the art on these ones. These are all different artists, but yeah, they have a very similar art style. I really appreciate it. These look sick. We also have a exclusive trainer to Battle Academy. This is Picnicker, where you flip a coin. If heads, you get to draw 4 cards. If tails, you only draw 2 cards. This is in the context of Battle Academy, it's probably fine, but in any other competitive capacity, it's not very good. And then there's also a Miraidon card here as well that is exclusive to the set. If you're looking to get into the Pokemon trading card game, the Battle Academy is an amazing place to start. However, I should note that there is another beginner-friendly product here. I got it here, the My First Battle, and I'm going to do a video breaking these down in more detail, but I'll do a quick summary here. You might see both of these on the store shelves and be like, which one do I start with? I will say that the My First Battle is definitely like even more beginner-friendly than the Battle Academy. It's cheaper, $9.99. The biggest differences are it uses smaller decks. These ones have 17 card decks versus the Battle Academy, which is 60 card decks. And then it also uses a much more simplified rule set versus Battle Academy, where this is a very beginner-friendly product meant for like young children. And as an adult, you can play these if you just want a taste of what the Pokemon TCG is like, and you just happen to see it in the store. It's an impulse buy. It's $10. I think it's fine for that, but really the best value for My First Value is like young children. Every kid develops differently. I'd say starting age for this would be like 5 years old. And then Battle Academy, if you are an adult looking to get into the Pokemon trading card game, or a kid, teenager, this is good if you want to play with the official rules. Battle Academy is a great place to start. This also uses 60 card decks, so if you have no problem shuffling cards, this is the way to go. If you've got little kids with smaller hands and having to shovel a 60 card deck seems really tough for them, then maybe something like My First Battle is a better bet. Again, I'm going to do a video breaking these down in more detail, but yeah, for I'd say little kids and people just wanting a quick hit, My First Battle is the way to go. Otherwise, you're looking to dive into this a little more seriously, play with the authentic rules and 60 card decks, go with Battle Academy instead. There we go. That's a look at the upcoming Battle Academy set. I really like Battle Academy as a product. It seems pretty reasonably priced for what you're getting in there. And anything that gets people into the Pokemon trading card game is wonderful in my books. Again, I started playing the Pokemon TCG in 2021, and a big part of my journey was playing the Battle Academy with my wife and getting comfortable with the game. And This looks to be this new one looks to be just a upgraded version or a modernized version of this box before. And I know there are a number of people in my YouTube comments who swear by Battle Academy and think it's a great way for kids and adults to get started in the Pokemon TCG. And I'm glad that we're getting a new version this year with updated cards and Pokemon EX, so that once you do make that transition to building your own decks, you can make that transition into the standard format, familiar with the different Pokemon card types that are being played right now. But for now, I gotta get going. Thank you so much for watching. Will you be picking up Battle Academy? If you haven't played before, does this look like something that would be of interest to you? Or if you're already in the Pokemon TCG, did you learn through Battle Academy or did you learn by other means? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, I gotta get going. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at @InThirdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at @InThirdPerson, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website, inthirdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.